Hello everybody, it's FFX for another weekly update. So today I just want to start off, this past week, Lightning Cloud 224, good friend of mine, sent me a copy of Pikmin 2 for the Wii, which is really cool. I didn't know he was going to be sending it, and I've been playing it. It's a fun game. It is brutal sometimes. I've lost hundreds and hundreds of Pikmin so far. But yeah, I'm preparing for an eventual versus with the Water Wraith. It will happen. It will happen. But yeah, so he also sent a letter with it, and he asked me to read it, so I'm going to read it. That's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to do it. It says, Dear Dovey, I've sent you this surprise package containing Pikmin 2. It was indeed a surprise. I spoke with John, Mr. Waterwraith. Originally he asked me for your address to send you a copy of Pikmin 2. Little did he know that I was looking to part with my copy. He still doesn't know where you live, therefore I saved you the torment of him having this knowledge. Yes. So, John can't show up to my house and burn it down, sadly. Over these few years, you've been a really great friend, therefore I send you this gift as thanks for being a great friend. Please enjoy your gift. Best regards, Lightning Cloud 224. P.S. If you end up doing a versus, you better win. Hashtag Team Dovey. So, thank you very much, Cloudy. This is the second thing that I got from him. The first was Hey You Pikachu, which technically Yoshi Gamer Girl sent to him, and he sold it to me, but it was very much appreciated. You two have been very good friends to me over the past few years. Some of the first people that I really got good friends with on YouTube, and it just means a lot that you stuck around, and this whole time. I mean, in a couple weeks it's gonna be the end of 3 years on YouTube, my 3-year anniversary. So that's gonna, and you guys, I've known you for 2.5 years now, around that time. Yeah, about 2.5 years. So you know, we've had some good times together, and I very much appreciate the friendship and stuff. And you know, here's just hoping that we're gonna have more together. So anyway, that's the sappy stuff. On the Let's Playing side of things, I'm gonna keep this. Tape it up right over here. It's gonna stare at me every day now. The balloon, the everlasting balloon of eternity, is still up there. I think it just looked at me. So yeah, that thing's creepy. It's about a third of the way deflated at this point. You can already see it's like collapsing in. So yeah, last week South Park: The Stick of Truth came out, PC and all the non-Nintendo systems except the Vita. I don't know, I just get a kick out of hating on the Vita, even though I'm probably going to be buying one in the not too distant future because it has some good stuff on it. Don't tell anybody. No, but seriously, yes, the South Park: Stick of Truth came out last week. It is such a fun game. Aside from all the references to pretty much every single episode of the show, which I love. I love the show and I love the references. I'm a guy who really loves references in video games, just to anything. That's why I love things by Z-Boyd games like Breath of Death 7, which I Let's Played, which is full of references to like RPGs and cliches. It's why I loved Evoland, which is all references to everything. I like the feeling of getting the joke that somebody, or getting the idea that someone is trying to convey there. It makes me feel smart. But seriously, yeah, so the South Park game is hilarious. It's perfectly, the art style is the exact same as the show. The characters are all voiced by the same people, which is pretty much just like Trey Parker and Matt Stone. I think I sometimes I mix up the first names. I don't know. No, I think I got that right. You know, and the like one or two women that do the other voices. But yeah, so it's all voiced the same. The script was written by the same people, by the creators. So it all just feels like an interactive season of the show, which is so perfect. It's horribly vulgar. There's like not 20 seconds goes by without someone cursing. There's, you know, a slight bit of nudity and really some really disgusting scenes that I'm not going to go into. Some of them were so disgusting that it got censored in the EU. It's just like a screen that describes what's going on. But in America, we don't have that kind of censorship. We like seeing things. It's America. But yeah. So it is hilarious. And aside from all the show aspects, it has a nice RPG battle system as well. And there's like a lot of loot to pick up all over the place, like everywhere, you know, which is also references and things. The battle system is fun. It's turn-based RPG. You have one sidekick, and you control. You have attacks. You have ranged attacks. You have magic. You have abilities. You can get people as friends on the Facebook that they have, and the more friends you have, the more perks you can unlock. And as you level up, you can also level up your abilities. It's really a whole thing. There's quests. The soundtrack in the background for a large part of the game is Cartman singing a parody of the Skyrim soundtrack. Like the soundtrack that's kind of like Dovahkiin, Dovahkiin, da 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 bum 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 bum. So you have Cartman just singing like his own version of that. It's so funny. It is so funny, and like there's so many Skyrim type references, so many references to other RPGs. It's like the whole game you're pretty much LARPing the whole time, and it's just really enjoyable. So if you like South Park, and if you're not overly sensitive to cursing and the usual vulgar humor of South Park, I would suggest picking it up. It is so fun. And like you get different costumes and stuff. There's different job classes. There's so much. It has a really good system. So yeah, it's good stuff. It's fun times. Yeah. So this coming week, Yoshi's New Island is coming out on Friday. So that's gonna be fun. And next week, Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD is coming out. So that's gonna be awesome. Except for the X-2 part. No. It's going to be the first time I own X-2, so I do intend on playing it. Even though I already saw Dario 8676 Let's Play of it, and the game is just like... It's the face I made, just like... And, I don't know why the most horrible thing about Final Fantasy X and X-2, and I like Final Fantasy X, it's part of the Battle Royale, which I'll talk about in a second, is that when the director originally made it, he intended it to be connected to Final Fantasy VII. And some Final Fantasy VII fanboys might be like, woo, woo, Final Fantasy VII, show your stuff. And I'm all like, no, it doesn't need it. Why? Don't do that. Especially because Final Fantasy X-2 is the one that did it. It's like, let me just show you something. I have, I like guidebooks. I like buying guidebooks. This is the Final Fantasy X guidebook that came out with the game. I bought it with the game. It's actually a pretty okay guidebook. It's Brady Games. It tries to be spoiler free, which ends up not really helping out in some places, especially since they just don't talk about the final boss. But like in the back here, they have like a whole chart for Riku's mix ability, like how every single thing interacts, which is kind of cool. And also like a big thing of the sphere grid. It was nice. It's a nice addition. But in the very back, the thing I want to talk about is, first of all, figures. I want these figures. is interviews. They have interviews with some of the creators and stuff, which is really cool that they got that. But so they have, where is it? They have, yeah. So the interview with the producer, Yoshinori Kitase. Question: were there any specific ideas or concepts from previous FF installments, especially 7, 8, or 9, used in FF10? Said nothing in particular. Actually, we followed the theme of avoiding popular elements from previous installments. The elimination of a world map and ATB system are an example of this. In terms of story, there might be similarities between the worlds of FF7 and FF10. What makes me angry about that is that FF10-2, which came out, a few years later, wasn't just some, half-assed way of them trying to, get the game to sell by linking it to Final Fantasy VII or something, but that this was the intended purpose since the beginning of Final Fantasy X's creation. There's no need for them to have done that. They're trying to ride on Final Fantasy VII's coattails. It doesn't work, in my opinion. And I'm very angry. And I'm pretty sure that they're going to be doing another game somewhere down the line to connect it further. Because even though Final Fantasy X-2 kind of leaves off, I don't want to spoil. It's just annoying. It doesn't take place in the same world. It's a whole complicated thing that has absolutely no reason for them to have connected it. They don't connect any other Final Fantasy games. I don't know why they felt that they had to. Okay, that's enough ranting about that. Sorry. So in terms of LPs going on, Katamari, Wheel of Katamari is it's going strong, in my opinion at least. I'm nearing 4,000 subscribers, which is kind of cool. Videos are getting anywhere between 50 to 70 views generally within the first couple of days, which is really awesome. Some people might say, but you have 4,000 subscribers, that's like less than 1% or something. It's not less than 1%, first of all. It's like 2%. But yeah, I'm already used to that. The fact that like 90% of the people subscribe to me either did it for the Let's Create series and like only watch that, or just subscribed and never watch my videos, which is like 90% of YouTube in general do that. Yeah, I'm happy to get the amount of people I do. The weird thing is that like most of the views I get on a video, like the 50 views, 75% of the views all happen between the hours of like 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. my time. So I guess I have a larger overseas fan base or something, I don't know, or people that are insomniacs. I assume it would be people in Europe, just because that's like Europe, Asia, I don't know. That just makes the most sense. But I don't know why they'd watch my videos first thing in the morning. I don't know how that works. But like, when I upload a video about 5 p.m. Eastern time, it'll get maybe 20 views if I'm lucky. More like 10 or 15 before I go to sleep. Which I go to sleep at like 3 a.m. now. It's terrible. I'm gonna have to go to sleep earlier. But yeah, and then when I wake up, it's at like 50 to 70. So there's a large amount of people that watch. Maybe most of my audience are like, potheads or something that, when they are in the middle of the night and they get the munchies, they watch my videos while they're high or something. I don't know. It's an extremely likely possibility. I can't say. But yeah, also there is a battle royale going on. So like I said, I'm almost at 4,000 subscribers. The beginning of April is the end of 3 years on YouTube, start of the 4th year. So I'm doing a LP tournament battle royale thing. Pretty much, I made up a thing, 12 games, and every day people are going to vote out one of the games. Yesterday, Dark Cloud was voted out as the first game. It was kind of sad. I was hoping it would last more than one round, but nobody's ever heard of it. So I will be LPing that sometime this year. It's just not going to be soon. So, so yeah, at the end of 12 days, we'll have one game left, or at the end of 11 days, really. We'll have one game left, and that game I'm going to do an LP of, probably as the 3 years ends, you know, on the LP-versary day. I should be done with Skylanders by then. It only has a few episodes left, so yeah. That's really about it for the update. Look forward to videos, streams, things like that this week, and I'll see you guys next time. This has been Sephiroth 4. I'll see you later. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.